Today it's the last and third workshop, mini workshop, live workshop on closing 2022 and dreaming 2023. So hello, I'm Sister Randuing, and I'm helping powerful women to stop missing out of their life, prioritize themselves, and reach their full potential. So over the last 3 weeks, I've been hosting live workshops here on Facebook in this group, and also on Instagram. And so you can find the replays in the group, in Facebook group, so Self Mastery for Heart-Centered Women, and also on YouTube. And the idea is that you make sure you can watch them before ideally the end of the year, so you can close 2022 and ready yourself for 2023 to start on a good note. So the topic for today, we are going to cover today, is how to dream 2023. So you've freed up space in you and around you. If you followed the 2 different workshops or the different tools I shared with you. So in the first workshop, it was around awareness about where you were standing, the wins or celebration that you had, and also maybe the failures or the learning that you identified. The second workshop was a little bit deeper. It was about releasing the emotional and mental charges that you were carrying, that you've been accumulating during the year. And the idea was to release them with a powerful self-ceremony or ritual that I shared with you last Thursday. So by doing that, the awareness and the release, you have emptied yourself. You've created some emptiness inside you and ideally around you. Some of you have shared pictures about all the amazing work that you've done, some boxes, emptying rooms, and also freeing space inside thanks to the journal prompt I shared with you, and also the ceremony, the releasing ceremony. I know I always do this ceremony at the end of the year, and it's so powerful. So if you haven't done it, do it as soon as you can. It's very powerful, as I was saying. So this week is an invitation to be quiet and listen to what's emerging for you. It's not about searching, like, oh, let's look at what do I want? Let's start planning all that. No, it's really about being in that very feminine, pure feminine state of holding the space. Be more quiet, listening, receiving the messages, receiving the dreams, receiving the synchronicities, receiving the insights, and maybe some quantum or universal messages, whatever forms it will take. So it might take some download that you receive, synchronicities that you notice, dreams, or maybe people talking to you about something and that just click and you have a new information for you, or maybe an animal, some medicine signs that can help you also identify those messages, that information that is available and that is for you. So the idea is really to open your perception channels, to hear, to see, to feel, to smell, and taste all the messages, the information that is available for you in the field. So, and the message can be, as I was saying, from the outside, but also from the inside, coming from your inner wisdom, from your, you can call your inner guide, some call it your higher self guiding you. So the idea is really to differentiate the information that's coming from outside and from inside. And also what's important is to differentiate your inner wisdom from the ego talk. So what your mind is telling you. I will give you some tips to differentiate those two. And thanks to that perception, and not the thinking mind, you will be able to connect to what's available for you and to start Dream 2023. So today, we are Thursday 29th. So maybe 2 days before the end of the year and beginning the new year. If you can start the work before the new year, that's great. But know that in winter, this period, those 4 moons, it's interesting to split that time into 2 parts. The first part, and it's really connected to what we did in the first 2 workshops, is to celebrate what is present in your life, celebrate yourself or what you have accomplished, and to release what is not serving you. Anything that is heavy or any pattern that is limiting you. And then the second part, so can be after the winter solstice as the days are starting to get longer, or after the new year, you need to decide. But the idea is we're shifting because you create space. You are more available to receive new information. You are connected to that divine and powerful feminine energy in you, and also that energy that is everywhere around us in nature. So with this power, this energy, you have the ability to connect to a deeper knowledge. So what I'm going to share with you is how to tap into that knowledge and how to use it for yourself and your life experience. So what I want to share with you also is what you're going to do, it's feel what you are perceiving. So as your thinking mind should be a little bit less active thanks to the work we did before, you will be able to perceive more, to perceive without the filters of some of the patterns and belief that you had, some of the emotions that you've been carrying all this year. So it's about perception and not so much about thinking or evaluating. So the first thing for you to do is to connect to that energy. Last time after the ceremony, as you released things, you were holding that space of emptiness for yourself. Maybe you've been able to hold it during the whole week before, and you're still holding it today. And maybe it has been difficult, and that's okay. But I'm sure that you remember that moment when you released, when you burn your stick in the fire, if you've been able, or if you visualized the stick burning in the fire, you felt that new space that you have created in you and around you. So once you connect again to that energy, that feminine, receiving and empty energy, you can be able to perceive more, maybe acutely. So the idea is really to notice, how do you perceive? How do you perceive information? Do you perceive it through sensation? Is it in your belly? Maybe in your heart, maybe somewhere in your head or in your womb. Notice that. Notice, where do you perceive it? What is maybe your entry point for the information that is available to you and that you are getting in contact to? So that's the first thing that you need to do. It's really to identify how you perceive information. So feelings, hearing, listening, seeing, so it can be images or whatever, but notice how you perceive. And also, what are the qualities of that perception? So maybe you feel a tingling, maybe you feel warmth, or both. Maybe you have an image, or you have a thought, or maybe it's your body who wants to move. So there is a kind of spontaneous, intuitive movement. So identify what are those qualities. And maybe there is a metaphor that would describe the perception, or that can evoke an image or a smell. So take note of what is the perception? What am I perceiving? Where am I perceiving it? And what are the qualities? So be curious about what you're perceiving. Like if you were an explorer, like if you were a tourist discovering the land of your perception. So that's, I would say, the very first step after connecting to the emptiness. And the next step is, in fact, is once you follow the thread of your perception, your sensation, and you explore it with curiosity, notice if you are starting to analyze it, try to make sense about it. So I'm getting this information, I'm seeing maybe an image of the sea, and then you start to analyze, oh, maybe it's there I should do a trip by the sea. Oh, but this is not possible because I have this and that to do. So once this is happening, know that it's your thinking mind that is operating, or your ego talk. As soon as you start analyzing the information that you're getting, judging it or evaluating it, as soon as maybe it reminds you a previous experience or a story, like, oh yeah, no, I cannot do that because last year this happened to me and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So when this is happening, know that it's your thinking mind that is talking to you, or your ego mind talking to you. It's not pure information coming from the field or your inner wisdom voicing what is important to you. So that's how you will distinguish your pure inner wisdom from your thinking mind or your ego mind. In fact, it's pretty easy to notice the difference if you listen, and also the perception of how the information is coming to you. Where is the information coming to you? Is it only through thoughts, or is there any physical sensation? That will also help you to distinguish inner wisdom from ego mind. All right, so always come back to the sensations or the perception. So that's really the first thing that you need to know. Connect to the perception. Be curious about that perception and its qualities and the message it has for you. Differentiate the inner wisdom from the thinking mind, and always come back to sensations. So that's one of the most important things you can do to get information to prepare yourself for 2023. And all this information that you gathered will help you to envision something different for yourself for this new year. Another thing that is very important is to activate the dreaming mind. And a powerful way to do it is to ground yourself to the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is really holding this feminine energy. So by connecting to her, by trusting her and releasing to her, opening to her, that will help you to connect to that dreaming mind. And caring for your body, your inner earth, your structure, so your body, with, I would say, the highest respect you can during this phase of dreaming is very important. So do respect yourself, respect your body, nourish your body. Maybe you need to massage yourself. Maybe you need some cream, or you need a bath, or maybe you need walks or running. You need to be careful about what you put inside your body. Is it make sure that what you're eating, it's something that is nourishing you and not hurting you. So I'm not here to tell you what you need to eat. You know what you need to eat and how much you need to eat, but do it with respect. Always check with yourself. I'm eating this. Is that okay? Is that what I need? Is that what my body needs? And once you have established this connection with, on one side, the earth, Mother Earth, and on the other side, your body, which is your structure, your own earth, your dreaming mind can be activated. And in fact, the body is the dreaming mind. The body is the receiver of the dream messages. So take care of your body, nurture your body, listen to your body, and at night, in the dark, in the quiet, your body will bring you the messages that you need to receive. Some tips for you to help you connect or remember those dream messages is, for example, when you go to bed during this period of the year, you can say out loud 5 times, I will remember my dreams. I will remember my dreams. So you repeat it 5 times just before closing your eyes and falling asleep. Some people also drink some water before going to bed, because the water will be processed and then will fill your bladder and that will keep you a little bit awake. So it will be easy for you to grasp those dream messages. I know some other people who take some dark chocolate without nearly any sugar in it. Maybe half an hour before going to bed. The chocolate helps you to keep the mind a little bit awake. Same thing, you're not falling into that deep state of sleep and rest, but you're staying at the limit, where you can grasp those messages and be conscious about it. And maybe you have other tips that you can share in the comments below for the women who will watch the replay. And I would love to know your techniques also. So during those two practices, the perception and connection with your inner wisdom and the message from the field, and reinforcing your connection to your dreaming mind, to your body, will help you to connect to what is available for you, to the messages and the information that is available for you, to connect to what is emerging, what is new, what is coming from you. It's there anyway. The thing is, you need to prepare yourself to see, hear, smell, taste, or feel it. But the information is there. I guarantee you, the information is always available to us. We just need to be ready to hear it, listen it, receive it. So take some notes. Be curious. Listen to everything. Do not dismiss anything. If someone tells you something and you just say, yeah, and you hear it the second time, no, just take some notes. That's for you. And also listen to your heart. Your heart knows what is good for you. And sometimes you need to do some more work to quiet your mind. And an invitation for you as a homework to begin the new year is to visualize the messages or the dream for yourself for 2023. So it can be a drawing, it can be a series of notes or a collage, different images, or it can be a dance, a movement. It can be a recipe, or it can simply be some notes in your journal. But the idea is that all the information that you have gathered with your intuitive mind and your dreaming mind, you need to capture them and then use this powerful thing that you have, your mind, and make sense about it. Create a story around that. Create a story about this information that you got. And that's where the dreaming begins. Based on the information that you receive, you will create a new story for yourself and for your life experience. And my dream for you is that this story is of great beauty, is empowering, is fulfilling, is full of hope, joy, and peace. and it's up to you. It's up to you to create that wonderful story for yourself for 2023. And I would love to hear some of your stories. Please share them in the comments. All right, so this is our last moment together for this year. And if you want to know more, to do some deeper work on freeing yourself, on prioritizing yourself, on transforming those filters that you put in front of your eyes all the time, you know that I've opened again the self-mastery program for women, so you can join. I will put again the link to the webinar where I give you some very powerful information about 5 shifts that will really help you to transform your life, especially in this period of transition. And please ask any question that you have in the comments. I will be so happy to share some of my wisdom and answer you. And I wish you a beautiful, beautiful end of year, and hopefully to see you soon in 2023. Bye bye. Have a great evening.